as it something I forgot to mention throughout the whole video and through the intro, is that I was heavily inspired to do keto by listening to the Misfits podcast. I don't believe that any of them are still on keto. However, through their promotion of gamer subs, plus just how highly they talked about the diet overall, I was very motivated to give it a try, as I go into more detail throughout the video of how it's helped me, and it was the same reasons that it helped them. So I don't know, maybe it's a placebo effect for me, but I definitely accredit all of it to being on the keto diet, and therefore accredit my success on the diet to the Misfits as well. So I appreciate them, and if they were to ever to see this, I just want them to know that they've made a huge impact on my life thus far, especially through the keto diet. Alright guys, what's up? It's the Hobo. I know I don't have my signature hat on, but things happen, left it at the house. I just came from work, so it is what it is. So I'm recording right now in my car because I can, and I have my phone out recording because I can, once again. But there's something that I wanted to talk about for a minute now, and I finally got the means to be able to do so because I actually remembered one time when I was going to the store. So I'm actually at Target right now. And why does it matter that I'm at Target? Well, I've been on a diet for the past month now, and I've seen some pretty crazy results just in my physique, my energy level, and my overall mood, because I haven't gotten too much into depth on my mental health on the channel, but I am an individual who does suffer from extreme mental health disorders. Not like extreme, but like depression, anxiety, PTSD. And one of the biggest things I can say from experience is that sleeping an adequate amount and eating the proper amount and eating healthy and regularly will help a tremendous amount with being able to boost your mood. So I've actually been on keto for a month now, like I said, and I figured it would be interesting if I just walk around Target and I pick up a couple of my favorite snacks and walk you through what keto is. Now, what keto is for me and what keto is for somebody else is going to be completely different, just because there are so many different types of ways that somebody can say, yes, I'm on a keto diet. For me, keto is eating between 20 and 30 carbs a day, which is really nothing. And I will be honest, it does suck trying to go out and eat anywhere. It's just, it's not something that I would recommend to everybody, but those people who can and are able to perform these tasks of eating such a limited amount of carbs, which once I show what I'm able to eat, I think it's going to make a lot of sense of how I've been able to maintain it for a month, because there are things that make it so much easier. Like, I eat keto bread, which is just, it's basically bread without carbs. I couldn't tell you how they do it, but they do it. I've had cauliflower pizza, which is really just mincing up cauliflower, straining it with water, and then kneading it out like a dough. It's pretty crazy, the things that I've eaten. Not really. Like, I just eat a ton of eggs and cheese, if I'm being 100% honest, and I drink pre-workout almost every day. But we're gonna go in, I'm gonna walk you down what I call the keto aisle. It's not really much, but hopefully we'll be able to see, hey, this is what we eat, well, this is what I eat, and maybe give a couple of ideas on maybe some recipe ideas. I don't know. just take what you will from this video, but I'm making this video to tell what keto is for me and how it's impacted the choices that I make while eating. Alright, so one really quick thing before I begin is I actually had to run across the street to Meijer because Target's doing this thing right now where they let elderly people and women, pregnant women, into the store an hour early, which props to them. But, so yeah, we had to come across the street to Meijer because they've already been open. So this is the keto aisle. It's decent size. There's a lot of stuff that you can get. Personally, these are one of my favorites. Chocolate peanut butter bars right here. Basically, if you're gonna do keto, anything that says Atkins, it's kind of like the same, to an extent. It's like the same diet, because everything, like the bars, as you can see, 3 net carbs in it. So then we also have the Slim Fast, which I highly recommend. I get the chocolate ones nearly every time because they're delicious as well. This is a really just simple way to go about getting stuff that's keto friendly. Like they got the coconut oil, the MCT oil. There's a lot of interesting things as well. Like these cookies slap as well. They're delicious. I haven't really branched out too much. I try to keep it very together with everything that I get. I like to keep it all clumped, like, so that I'm comfortable with what I'm getting. I'm sure, yeah, we can walk over here a little bit. So pre-workout C4 is amazing. I prefer the fruit punch. They actually don't have it here, but they do have the oh, there it is, fruit punch. Okay, so they do have fruit punch. Ooh, rip fruit punch. You might be having to get some of that online though, because it's a little overpriced in stores. So yeah, there's just whey protein. You got to be careful. You got to really look at your carbs. Something that I can show you guys real quick is like on these cookies, for instance. So if you look at the total carbohydrates, it says 19, but that's because you have to subtract the 9 grams of dietary fiber on there, and then the 6 grams of erythritol, and then that's how you get the 4 net carbs. Okay, so another great thing on keto is these Lily chocolate bars. They have next to no carbs in them, and they're amazing. I've tried just about every flavor that you can see here. From left to right, there's salted caramel, which is personally my favorite. Almond dark chocolate, extremely dark chocolate, extra dark chocolate. They have one of the dark chocolate sea salt ones. They have original dark chocolate, salted almond milk chocolate, and just regular milk chocolate. They're the bomb. I cannot recommend them enough while you're on keto. So a couple of things that I wanted to know. One, being gluten-free and being keto are 2 very different things. I actually was not aware of that until I was just looking at the back of some gluten-free stuff, because they just pack it with stuff that's not gluten, and it drives the carb count way up, and I could not eat any of that stuff on a daily basis, or my body would be knocked out of ketosis. Now, what is ketosis? Everybody's body is going to react differently to what ketosis is, so it might really jack you up. So it's very important to be, first off, to be very careful, and secondly, to be very smart with the way that you do things. Ketosis is basically where your body is running off of just fat. And how do you do that? How do you achieve that? Is basically low carbs and water, just tons of water. It'll suck because you'll probably get constipated, if I'm being honest. It's not the most pleasurable thing in the world, but once you start losing body fat, it's pretty rewarding, if I'm being 100% honest. That being said, going on a keto diet is not for everybody, and it could have very detrimental effects. So before anybody was to decide, hey, I'm going to go on keto, I would highly recommend either talking to a physician or a dietitian, just to make sure that it's something that is okay for you to be doing. Because some people's blood sugars might get too low, might really drive up your energy, and that could be really unhealthy as well. So just look out for yourself and take care of yourself. Craziest thing ever. Keto ice cream. Yes, it exists. Yes, it is delicious. It is probably my favorite type of ice cream. Like right now, I'm gonna grab some of this cookie dough right here and some of this mint chip. I love both these flavors. Of course, you're probably seeing these prices right now and you're like, damn, this stuff's expensive. Yeah, I'll give you that. It's expensive. Nobody said dieting was cheap, but when you take into account I eat probably 2 meals a day, it's not that bad. Alrighty, and here's your best friend. Any of this, basically. I prefer my favorite. I'm gonna go with the honey smoked turkey breast because it's great. It's by far my favorite lunch meat. You can literally have a majority of all this stuff. Lunchables, probably not the best idea. Cheese is fantastic, and if I can find cheese that I actually want, I can show why. Let's go with Blacka, just some nice Colby Jack cheese. This whole, so there's 8 servings. Look at that. 1 gram of carbs. It's amazing. That means there's next to nothing in it that's gonna be bad for you, and the more fat the better on keto. You best believe it. Again, any type of meat that you could possibly want on keto is your best friend. Another great thing is going to be salads. I prefer chicken Caesar salad. And I'm going to cut to my face one last time, and I'm going to end the video because not much more interesting stuff is going to happen. Alrighty, so I'm walking back basically from over by the bread because I was going to try to see if I could find some keto bread, but they don't have any at Meyer. I expected nothing less, to be honest. People will... Yeah. So people are really starting to look at me funny because I'm just vlogging with my phone right now. Just trying to make a YouTube video and get out. But I'm just going to grab eggs, like I said, and then get out to the car. I'll probably do another quick recap in the car and then start editing. So much fun. Alrighty, so at the end of the day, it's nothing too interesting. It's just a different way to eat. Keto is huge for me because it, like I said at the beginning, it's really helped with my mental health. It's helped me boost my energy levels, and it's also helped me to get on an eating schedule because I kind of have an issue, not with starvation, but not eating, just because the hours that I work and how strenuous everything that I do is. So I try to keep everything on the minimal side of things. So like, yeah, I have time right now, so I'm going to go back to apartment and cook, and then eat and edit this video. For those of you who are more interested in keto, I will be putting a link down in the description to the best keto stuff that I can find. There will be multiple links, probably a couple links to a couple videos. Quick shout out to Atkins, which is another type of diet, but also the brand of food that I buy, just because they've been such a huge help, and they're with doing this whole process and getting my body into ketosis and really working my way into the whole diet. Hopefully this video doesn't get taken down, because if it does, then I have to go through and edit everything, edit all the audio out, like all the background music that Meyer plays, which is going to be annoying, but it is what it is. If it happens. In total, we went through the store together. I don't need to recap everything that we picked up. We got food. I'm gonna go cook. Maybe you'll get something about me cooking. I'm not quite sure if this is the end of the video, but if it is, thanks for hanging around with the hobo. But if it's not, you're gonna get some cooking with the hobo then. But yeah, so this video is gonna be kind of like a bonus video. I'm probably still going to do a Valorant stream on Sunday, but it depends on how quickly I get this edited, because depending on how quickly I get this edited and out, it'll depend on what happens. So just regardless, I hope you enjoyed. Check back on Sunday for a Valorant video, Valorant live stream. Check me out on Twitch, twitch.tv/the_Hobo Hut. And yeah, see you next time. Thanks for staying. I guess, I don't even know. I don't have a catchphrase yet. Thanks for sticking around with the hobo. And yeah, just peruse around the channel and enjoy your time in the Hobo Hut. So another thing I did want to add is, typically if I go to Meyer, I will grab a rotisserie chicken. However, they were out of rotisserie chickens because it's only 7:45 in the morning as I'm going out to the store on a Wednesday. So I understand them not having any, but I am bummed about it. I wish that they have a huge selection of keto stuff, don't get me wrong, but I wish that they did have the keto bread and the chicken, obviously, because when it's just so important on keto to have food with 0 carbs so that your body can keep eating off of the fat and producing energy based off the fat in your body, that it really does stink when there's no rotisserie chickens at Meyer. And then I was also going to recreate a Vine, just because I thought it would be funny and play it with the video, but you guys don't get that this time. Maybe, depending on how well received this is, I might do a shopping with the hobo again.